Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Asset Media coming at you with another video. You know what time it is. Time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about Floyd Mayweather and his relationship with Gervonta Davis. Obviously, they've had a great relationship. I believe that they met after an Adrian Broner fight, and Floyd Mayweather had Gervonta Davis spar Devin Haney. Obviously, that's a very classical and iconic moment that no one really got to see except for the people that were actually there. I heard the Mayweather gym was packed. They had their doghouse rules. You know, they do like 15-minute rounds and they don't stop until somebody quits. They talked about, Gervonta Davis kind of not being in the best shape, Devin Haney being in good shape. So I think that there was one occasion where it's fair to say that Devin Haney got the best of Gervonta Davis that day, but it was kind of more of a shape thing. They couldn't really tell. When the fighter's in prime condition, when the other fighter's in prime condition, who was the better fighter. So it's still to be seen, still to be determined. I think they had another occasion where they sparred, and I'm not very clear. I think that, Devin Haney and Gervonta both disagree on what happened in that sparring occasion. So I don't know. It's very, very up in the air in terms of what you want to believe and, who you talk to. So let's talk a little bit about Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather in terms of, a lot of people say that Floyd Mayweather is kind of protecting Gervonta Davis, and I think that's not unfair, but I think it's valid. But you have to understand that, Floyd's trying to kind of put Gervonta on a similar pathway to what he did. He has to make sure that Gervonta faces guys that, he has a good chance of beating. He feels confident in beating at the same time, weighing the pros and the cons, seeing if fans are going to be interested in the fight, how many tickets would they sell, how many pay-per-view buys would they do. So I don't know if it's an issue of Floyd Mayweather protecting Gervonta Davis. I think it's more of being a little bit cautious, making sure that stylistically it's a good matchup for his guy, and that's what a promoter is supposed to do. So I think that there are still a lot of fights to be made for Gervonta Davis. There are a lot of fights that we want to see. We want to see the Ryan Garcia fight. We want to see the Lomachenko fight. We want to see the Devin Haney and Shakur fight. At the same time, you have to remember that Gervonta Davis can make a lot of money fighting guys that maybe aren't as good as those guys. Obviously, it's not a fan-friendly thing to do, but at the same time, he's a businessman. Floyd Mayweather is a businessman at the end of the day. There are guys that respect, they understand that Floyd Mayweather is the GOAT, but there are guys that have greater fan bases, and some people look up to others. You could argue, I would argue that Floyd Mayweather is a better fighter than Muhammad Ali was. But at the same time, I may praise Muhammad Ali more than I praise Floyd Mayweather just because of, how legendary he was, the moments of greatness, what he stood for, especially during the times when he was fighting and, the economic state of the world, like stuff like that. I feel like that just makes him an icon. Like Manny Pacquiao, you can make that argument for him too, the greatness, doing good for his people, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think that, Gervonta Davis is going to have to eventually take control of his own career. We heard about him potentially leaving Mayweather Promotions, I believe, before the Rolly fight. But either way, he is with Mayweather Promotions, and they're still looking out for him. Leonard Ellerbe, Steven Espinoza, those guys. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens in terms of who he fights next. I don't know if it's gonna be the Ryan Garcia fight. That's the rumor. That's the word around town. But at the same time, I don't know how deep they are into negotiations. And we obviously heard about that potential lawsuit court date that Gervonta is going to have in December. How does this affect the fight date and his potential opponent if it is Ryan Garcia? So let me know in the comments, do you guys think Floyd Mayweather is overprotecting Gervonta Davis? And if so, what should Gervonta do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Well, that's going to do it for another NASFight Media video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to you always.